My father's a defensive coordinator at Ole Miss and has coached defense for the last 34 years. My first memories of football are when my dad was at University of Southern Mississippi and had kind of one of the top defenses in the country for years in and years out there, and that's kind of what they hung their hat on and knew. And so I grew up just kind of idolizing these players, that I thought were so great, and they played so hard, and they were so physical and tough. And so to be raised up under that mentality really shaped a lot of the ways and the philosophy and the way I want to do things today because of those players back then. I was anxious and I was ready for the opportunity, and so I had passed on a couple other 1AA coordinator jobs just because I didn't feel like it was the right fit. And so I've known Kim since the day I was born. Matter of fact, Kim was at the hospital the day I was born. So I've known him all my life, trust him, and knew that if he got the opportunity and wanted me to come, that I was absolutely going to do it.
I was working with Kane's father when he was born, and so I know how he was raised. I know how he was trained defensively because our philosophies are very similar. He has been an assistant coach on both sides of the ball before in this league. He was at Jacksonville State. He was at Tennessee Martin. He also worked with his dad and coached a position there at Ole Miss, even as a GA. So he's been very well prepared for what he's doing. I basically told him that I got the job, and I was interested in talking to him about being the D coordinator.
That was kind of a whirlwind because my wife and I had just had our first baby boy, and the day we brought him home from the hospital, I get the call from Kim. So from that point on, the whole thing's felt like a whirlwind. I guess I had missed a call from him, bring him home from the hospital, and then I had to go back up to work. And so on my way back up, I call him, and he says, "Hey, look, I think things are moving in this direction. Hadn't quite gotten the job yet, but this is something that I'm doing. Would you be interested in?" And so then comes up for the interview. They start putting out that he had gotten the job, so my phone starts blowing up because it says that I had gotten a job and he hadn't called me yet. So my phone starts blowing up, people calling me, and I'm saying, "Hey, I don't have a job yet, I don't know anything." And finally he gives me the call that Friday night. I played fullback. I kind of had a weird path. I started out coaching the offensive line as a GA at Southern Miss. I was like a volunteer assistant. And then I got the quarterback's job at UT Martin and coached there for a season. Then went defensive line at Jacksonville State, and then coached the secondary at Ole Miss. So I kind of got the full circle, of the coaching realm. But it helped me tremendously to learn from an offensive standpoint, particularly an offensive line, and understand how offenses want to get schemes blocked and offensive lines blocked. And so now as a defensive guy, I can understand what they're trying to do, and so I know how to better attack it, I think.
This is Kane's defense, and I've been very, very proud of what he's done and that staff defensively, and the way that they have tried. They've captured the hearts and minds of these kids. The kids really believe in what they're doing, and they love what they're doing. We just got to get better at it, but I've been really proud of him and his ability to lead that side of football.
Now when